from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon Big Favorite. Joining me right now, I got Joe Picolo of Godwyn Realty, along with Chris Lombard, also known to the city of New Orleans as the GM, CL Nola. joining me here today on the show. And
All good.
a little bit later in the show, we're going to have DJ Tune join us, right? Tune's going to holler at us. He's going to get on the ones and twos with us. And we'll also have Lil Frank from Big Frank, Lil Frank, joining us to talk French Quarter Festival this weekend. They'll be performing.
Yes, sir.
He'll be able to talk about that festival with us and have ourselves, and how you guys can have yourselves a grand time this weekend. But we live at Small Sliders. That's 1635 Barataria Boulevard right here in Marrero. Y'all come have lunch with us every Friday between, let's say, 11:30 and 1:30. We'll also do live performances. Today, DJ Tune is going to break down a show disc for me, and I'm going to go ahead and get on the spins after, so y'all be sure to check the live performances out after as well. But again, we want to thank Small Sliders for sponsoring this segment here at Small Sliders, and we're going to be here every Friday doing our thing. And remember, I see y'all being able to, some text messages are rolling in from what I'm hearing from marketing, but continue to text Big Fave, that's BIGFAV, to 94253. Again, that information is Big Fave, your boy. Nah, that's not in there, but BIGFAV at 94253. Y'all go ahead and do that. As a matter of fact, Joel just did it. Like, oh no, I can get free stuff through this. Yeah, stay tuned. You might get a cold word and roll. So the Pelicans were able to get a win last night, 135 to 123 against the Sacramento Kings, a team that has been scratching. I mean, in their own right, they're 45 and 35 now, and at home they have been successful. CL, you and I talked yesterday about how important it was to play defense on Fox, on De'Aaron Fox. He had 33 points last night. I can remember talking about how important, Joe, it was going to be to play defense. You look at the percentages from the three-point line by the Kings.
Yep.
They did an excellent job from the three-point line. CL, I see your Pelicans out. You know, you're enjoying the win. He got the red Pelicans top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? He cleared on them today. When you look at this game and you recap it at Golden One Center, what's your thoughts on the Pels performance?
My thought on the Pels performance was dire. Dire. They played like we needed to win that game.
Okay.
C.J. McCullough, I mean, the performance of C.J. last night, 9 3-pointers. I mean, they even took a break and went to, you know how they have the coach mic'd up, and Coach Willie Green was speaking about how this is what we was talking about, that extra level of
like that gut push.
That gut push, that extra level of being in shape.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable last night. And obviously Trey stepped up, and, you know, Zion is Zion. The defense from Alvarado, I mean, the guys really showed that they didn't want to lose, and we're still shooting for that 6th spot in the West.
Shooting for it like a clean three-pointer.
Yep.
Joel, I take a look at the box score of this game and how everything happened to go down last night in the win, and it was some key players. Zion Williamson, 31 points last night.
Yes, sir.
3 defensive rebounds, 4 rebounds one offensive rebounds. The defensive rebounds, that's what get me, not just because I played defense in football, Joe. I know you like that too because you played linebacker.
Yeah. I played defense too.
Yep. So you see how you played on offense when you played for Oliver Barry Walker, huh?
Yeah, the senior year.
Your senior year.
I
on
started
offense.
out on defense, though, as a corner.
So his production was good. Herb wasn't that awesome in the points department, but he held his own getting rebounds. Valanciunas, the same thing. But when you get to C.J. McCollum and Murphy III and their performance and how they were able to not only score a lot of points, Murphy 27 points, C.J. 31 points, but Joe, when you look at those guys, the adjusted big three, we used to BI being in that position. What do you think about their performance?
Honestly, watching their performance really reminded me of watching Alabama's basketball team, where it was a team that necessarily wasn't that good on defense, but could outscore the other team. But I'm not trying to say that they're completely bad, because they did make a lot of steals. Zion made 3 steals, and they did hold them to certain points where they would get like 20-point leads. But it would come down to where they would fall through and let the Kings get pretty close to winning. I know in the fourth quarter they got even closer.
Yeah, and to add on to that, Joe, that's exactly what happened. Pelicans went up in the first quarter by 23. And this is the difference in the New Orleans Pelicans now. We will give up the lead. We won't give up the lead. We'll let it get close, but we kept scoring.
Right.
CJ kept putting the ball in the hole. Zion was unstoppable down low. You know, and all of this, knowing with the information that was given to us before tip-off that Brandon Ingram will be back.
Golden State or Lakers?
Lakers.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
he'll definitely be back for the Lakers.
Lakers on Sunday.
And and we'll talk about that in the next time. Oh, but I was going to say is that the reason why you're not going to see Brandon come back for Golden State is because they just don't want to risk it. Because right now we're 1 game ahead of the Suns. So if we end up losing this game and everything, it's not that big of a deal, but we have to win the Lakers game. If we win tonight's game, then it's pretty good. Then we're good, unless like the Suns do really well. But that's why I'm predicting, just like CL is, that we're going to see Ingram on Sunday.
If you're just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we're talking Pels. Pels had a victory against the Kings, 135-123. And I also want to let y'all guys know y'all can make y'all way to Small Sliders. Every Friday we'll be here at lunchtime enjoying ourselves. We get started around 11:30, like for folks to trickle in and enjoy their lunch as we talk about different topics. CL, you look at the matchup against the Golden State Warriors. This is important. This is a team, we could say at least for Steph Curry, he's always been playoff proof and can come up in big games like this. What do you think keys of victory in terms of this Golden State game?
Well, realizing that the Pelicans are the 3rd best road team in the National Association, and last night also capped a franchise record for on the road wins. So the road is very important for the New Orleans Pelicans. The road is so very important because no matter if we get the home field advantage, we're going to have to steal one away, and it bodes well for us obviously having a good road record.
Joe, keys to victory in this Golden State Warrior game, like CL said, on the road.
It's really going to come down to where we're going to see Trey Murphy and McCullough guarding Steph Curry and Chris Paul. Because Steph Curry is the captain. He's the leader of the team. He's the one that's directing everything. And so we're going to have to really see C.J. McCollum and Trey Murphy step up on defense and try to, shut down Steph and Chris.
Just on the evaluation end, when this team is winning, their bench is winning. Alvarado had 14 points. Dyson Daniels had 10 points off of the bench.
Dyson played big last night.
Big, huge, brother. And those
Really
those wouldn't average to CL's point. That wasn't average points he was scoring with that 10. It's the rebounds he was doing as well.
And the defense.
In the defense he played. Those guys are going to be key moving forward as the Pelicans have to take on the Golden State Warriors, and then they're going to come back home, baby. B.I. going to come back home on a home run to make sure that they lock things up.
That's
so
right.
That game is tonight. It's the 9 p.m. game. You guys be sure to check your local listings to see where it is. We're going on out to Golden State out there in the Bay Area to take on an electrifying team, and ESPN has the Golden State Warriors as a potential winner at 57.6%. So, guys, we're going to keep this thing rolling. I'm glad y'all are joining us today here at Small Sliders. That's 1635 Barataria Boulevard right here in Marrero. It is a gorgeous day for our folks tuning in. Be sure to come on and slide out here. And the pun is intended because we want y'all to slide through and get y'all something to eat. A.J. McLaren reaches a new deal in the UFL. We're going to talk the UFL. They're going into week 3. We're going to preview some of those games and stick around as we're going to look into college, some of the stories around college football, and check out some of the top interior linemen in this year's draft. You're listening to Inside the Trenches, right here on New Orleans Talk Network and ESPN New Orleans. Watch out there now. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Fave Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Fave Wright. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college, and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Fave Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Fave Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Fave Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Fave Wright. Watch out there now.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Number 2. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches, baby. Right here at Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. That's right, baby. And we want to thank our segment sponsor right now, Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. We'll be there like we're live here at Small Sliders every Friday. Every Monday, we are live at Uptown Sports Social, baby. And they get it popping all week. Like Small Sliders get it popping all week. Uptown Sports Social, they have the wing specials. They have the dollar wings with us on Monday night. They have drink specials. You can get the Gorilla, you know what I'm saying? That's the Big Fave drink. CL got something they call that the CL Nola special. You know what I'm saying? Tell them you want the GM version, they're going to put an extra shot in there for you. Speaking of extra shot.
It's the thing to do on a Monday night, that's for sure, baby.
That's
That's,
right.
that's New Orleans for you right there.
Oh, for sure.
All day. Speaking of extra shot, you do get a free shot with the purchase of a draft beer. So y'all make y'all way to Uptown Sports Social this Monday, 6 to 8. Come enjoy the show with us. We'll be live on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM right here in the wonderful city of the 504, baby.
Beautiful.
So check this out, y'all. The UFL is in week 3, man. These weeks are flying by pretty fast. And before we jump into the gameplay, the UFL Battle Hawks agreed to an agreement with ex-Bengal quarterback A.J. McCarron. Now, A.J. McCarron also played at Alabama for college, you guys, and did exceptionally well on the Nick Saban staff, but he was able to have a couple of coffees in the NFL, and McCarron is now 33 years old. He was drafted in the 5th round to the Bengals in 2014, where he had a heck of a career. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and I'm going to come to you first, CL. The average salary for a UFL football player is $5,000. So he comes to an agreement. I can't imagine these agreements being, if they are 2 years, the only reason that they're 2 years is because we don't know if this player going to leave there like a P.J. Walker and go to the NFL. But what do you think his salary is hitting for? Because it looks like it's disclosed on this article.
Well, if they disclosed it, that means they don't want the other guys to know about it and actually be jealous or actually feel some kind of way like they're worth more than what he received. This young man is a former NFL starting quarterback, but not everyday starter. But he has started a few games in this league, and now he decides to come to the UFL and make a little money and show that he wants to do. It's still a D league of the National Football League for sure.
Joel, on break, you were telling me you were impressed with the play of the quarterbacks this weekend. You were telling me some guys you thought had a good performance.
Let me clarify. Not necessarily. McCarron did a great job. He had a couple passes, got a couple touchdowns, but really it was the other players I was really impressed about. So edge rusher on the same team as him, Pinu, dude, he had 2 sacks. He had a tackle in the backfield. I mean, the dude was an amazing player. He gave me a very what's his name, Bosa feel, like his speed, his power. And then also Durant, who ended up playing for Duke and ran a 4.3. He was the running back. He ran a couple. I think he definitely ran one touchdown. But those two guys, that's the kind of stuff that. And yes, I know CEO said that this is the D League, but when you start hearing the names of the people that they're calling out, these are some like national champions that have been on national champion teams. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a D League. Is it on that level? No, but you definitely going to see some players that can make it to the NFL and play that.
Definitely.
See, what game you enjoy watching this weekend?
I enjoy, believe it or not, the Roughnecks, the Houston Roughnecks. Obviously, we're gonna always keep an eye on Coach Tiger, Coach CJ. They took a few hard hits with the injuries to Kurt Merritt, former Saints running back / wide receiver. They also took a hit with Reuben Foster going down. But to the point that Joel was making, there are some guys that's on the team that has actually played, prepped, and enjoyed some success in the National Football League, and I think that's what catches everybody's eye. I think that's what gives everybody that kind of Rudy feeling, like, you know, these guys are trying to get back to prime time, and we're all in support of them because we all want to see people accomplish their dreams, and they're playing good ball right now. I can't deny it.
We'll have Coach Reggie Barlow from the DC Defenders come on the show, and I think maybe Tuesday or Wednesday this week, and hopefully he can give us an update from their game on this weekend. If y'all are just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we're talking the UFL. It's spring ball, baby. We got the NOLA Gold Rugby. We're gonna have Cam Dolan come on next week as well. So we have that popping off too. But I like to check, like CL. I'm gonna keep an eye on the Houston Roughnecks just because of Coach CJ, and now because of Coach Barlow, Coach Reggie. We're gonna keep an eye on the DC Defenders. I enjoy it. Just a personal story. I don't know if I told our listeners this extensively, but I played in the original version of this league.
Right.
It was called the UFL, like it is now, United Football League. We had teams in Virginia. We had teams in a team in California. We had a team in Florida. We had a team in Vegas. A team in Hartford. And I played for the Hartford team, and I played for the Sacramento Mountain Lions team. CL, Joe, one thing I appreciated about this league, being a practice squad player in the NFL and being able to get paid a significant amount of bread in this league. Like, I made like a rack more. As we in that league, so I appreciate that league, and I know those guys are enjoying playing ball. So let's kind of go through a couple of matchups. We'll do picks for this weekend. We'll start off with the DC Defenders. They are a 2-point favorite, and they take on the Arlington Renegades this Saturday, 1 p.m. at Choctaw Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The money line is at minus 115 for both the Renegades and the Defenders. The over/under is 110. The under is 120, and the total is 43.5 points in this game. Those are the numbers for those gamblers out there. When you look at it, see, I like to laugh at the people who play the button games. Like, the app's off my phone right now. See, I don't have no bets lined up this weekend. Shouts out to the homie, Lil Frank in the building.
You budgeting, sir. Budget.
Shouts out to the homie Frank. I know he probably took the app off his phone. For football season, though, it's back, baby. So, guys, when y'all look at the DC and Arlington game, give me y'all's picks. CL, you first.
I like Coach Reggie Barlow. If I'm not mistaken, that's the gentleman that played running back for the San Francisco 49ers a few stints back. And they got a chance to interview him on the sideline. And I like the spunk that he brings. You know, the younger coaches that have played in this league, like a Ala, a DeMarco Ryan, head coach of Houston, you know, these guys are coming up, and these guys are getting noticed. So, definitely DC.
DC, Joe, who you rolling with?
I think I'm going to have to go with CL and go with DC as well. Like, that's just somebody I haven't really watched too much, like, besides McCarron's team, and then but also DC Defenders seemed like they have, like, a really good team, and they're going to do some really great things in that league.
All right, they have quarterback Jordan Tahama. They have running back Pooka Williams on that team as a star player. And you have
on the defensive side, you have outside linebacker Vic Beasley. So to CL's point, you do have some superstars in that game.
Puka is familiar to New Orleans for sure. Puka Williams is definitely familiar to New Orleans.
Our next game here, let's pick one more, guys, because we're up against the break. The Memphis Showboat versus the you know what? I'm not gonna do the Memphis game. Let's go Houston Roughnecks. Let's go to our boys, Coach CJ. Houston Roughnecks, the Michigan Panthers. I'll go first, guys. I'm going with the Roughnecks. I'm going with Coach CJ, baby. They're gonna get their first win of the season. Joe, who you got?
I'm pulling for the Roughnecks too.
Okay, H-Town, hold up.
I gotta go with Coach and getting off the schneid. They gotta get that first win, baby.
Yeah, it'll be a nice and very interesting matchup. Houston does take on Michigan. That is a Sunday game, 12 p.m. Ford Field in Detroit. See, there you go. You're gonna watch that game. You feel like you're watching an NFL game.
Right.
They've been doing the
I appreciate it all. I appreciate it all.
Is it September? What's going on?
I appreciate it.
Real quick, some other matchups. You got the St. Louis Battlehawks taking on the San Antonio team. You also have Memphis Showboats taking on the Birmingham Stallions. Hey, y'all don't go anywhere. Y'all stick around here inside the trenches. When we come back, we're going to take a look at a couple of pretty cool stories going into the 2024 season in terms of college football. We'll take a dive at that. And also later on in the show, joining us, we'll have Lil Frank from Big Frank, Lil Frank. They'll be performing this weekend at the French Quarter Fest on this Sunday, so he's going to talk to us about their show. Y'all don't go anywhere, baby. It's Inside the Trenches right here at Small Sliders, baby. Hello, somebody.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. He has the heart of a champion.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favor Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favor Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favor Wright. Watch out there now.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favor Wright. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Smalls.
What's happening, baby? It's Friday. It's Friday here at Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, right here in Marrero, New Orleans, Louisiana. We representing. The city is lit on fire. As I told y'all, the French Quarter Fest is this weekend. We got Big Frank from Lil Frank from Big Frank, and Lil Frank gonna talk a little bit about that for us. But we're gonna keep things rolling here as we start to pan down the sound. We're gonna smooth this thing on out and talk about a few stories here in the springtime that y'all need to look forward to in the 2024 college football season. Now, locally here, we're excited about LSU. We're excited about Tulane and what they're about to bring to the table, and even Nicholls State. I got a son out at Northwestern State. I'm excited for him as well. But we're going to look at some stuff around college football, some storylines to look at. CL, Joe, for one, there are some new coaches, right?
Yes.
We have to look at an Alabama restart and then an Ohio State match over. So I was just on CBS, guys, talking about that. The playoff goal, CL, has now changed, right? Before it was like who can get in the top 6, and then those guys claw to a national championship. So teams who are at an advantage a lot of times, Joel, are teams like Notre Dame, because they could sit around and watch the Big 12 team or the SEC team shoot themselves in the foot. Alabama any given year, Georgia any given year. But playoff goals has now changed because they have switched to the NFL's old system. How y'all doing? Welcome to Small Sliders Live. Hello, somebody. They've now switched to a 12-team system. So now the plot has gotten thicker. CL, your thoughts on those playoff goals now?
The goals have changed, but the mission remains the same. I believe everybody should be upset that they didn't win the national championship. So it starts, I mean, obviously we're in spring ball already, and it starts all over again. And I'm just waiting for them to actually expand the playoffs to give everybody else more of a chance, because we kind of see there's a rhythm that the more predominant teams get in. You know, I'm still feeling some kind of way about them not letting Florida State in, even though I'm born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. So, you know, we'll see going forward, but that's something to keep an eye on for sure, guys.
Well, you do have a couple of players from Florida State that's right here from New Orleans. You got the Byron Turners of the world, and then Coach Dave. So you all right, man. They a little bit down that way, definitely. Joe, when you think of the new playoff system, your thoughts?
I mean, just like CEO said, it's absolutely a great idea to start including more teams to give them that chance. I mean, that's only going to encourage more and more people to watch the game, because the fan base of college football is way bigger when it compared to the NFL. And so the more you give those teams chances to get to that spot, not only that, you're going to get better prospects for the NFL draft, because what have they been saying about this NFL draft is that this is a much smaller NFL draft. Well, if you start including more teams into that playoff round, then you're going to get more players that are going to get the spotlight.
No doubt. There were also some coaching changes, guys. One of the noticeable ones locally is now Keelan DeBoer is now the head coach at Alabama. CL, that is going to change stuff, because he now has to take that type of Pacific, West Side type of deal. Lower teams, let's be honest, it's the wild, wild west here in the SEC, especially with the addition of Oklahoma and Texas. When you think about this Alabama hire, CL, what's your thoughts?
I mean, it's going to look crazy to anybody. Trying to replace the shoes of the great Nick Saban is probably something that will never happen, will never be replaced again. But what do we like in football? What makes the NFL so exciting? Parity. You need parity. You need teams to come from the bottom, go to the top. You need teams to go from the top to go from the bottom for the ratings, for the television contracts. We like parity. I would be remiss to tell you that us here in Louisiana, we got a little tired of seeing Alabama in that thing every year. So we want parity. I'm sure the full country wants parity. So that's what it's about for me, baby.
Joel, I know Alabama's a huge talking point to us, because they've developed so much hate here from us SEC lovers of LSU. But when you look at some of these coaches around, a lot of coaching changes, there were changes had to be done in Michigan and Ohio State. What are some that stand out to you?
Wait, say that.
My
say that
bad.
again? No. It's okay.
Any other new coaching hires across the deal that catch your attention, or you can really focus on Alabama? Yeah,
no, really, it's Alabama and Ohio is really the focus. I mean, think about all of the draft picks that are coming from Ohio, from Alabama. So really, I mean, not trying to say that there aren't other coach hires that should be focused on. It's just when you have those two major people, dude, those are the focuses, man. I mean, just think about this. We might go through a couple of years where Alabama is not really talked about as much, except for maybe saying like, oh, look at this. Look at how they're doing. Now that Nick Saban is gone. So that's why, not trying to like throw shade or anything into any other programs, but it's just like when you have programs like Alabama, Ohio, who are sending a lot of people to the draft, you have to put that focus on them.
Yeah, no doubt. Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, LSU, mix a little bit of LSU in there. Florida State having a good team over the years. Washington jumping in the conversation. All of that's good mixed up, guys, with this new 12-team system. You look at teams that made the biggest difference, you have to thank Alabama. Now, I want to look at the dogs, right? We're going to stick over there to the SEC East, and we're going to talk about Georgia and what Georgia was able to bring to the table in the last couple of years. Georgia has been in a conversation. They did kind of get snubbed this year, right, because their one loss came to Alabama in the SEC championship. Alabama gets in there. It's just crazy, right? But Georgia, CL does bring back Carlson Beck, a Heisman candidate. They do get running back Trevor Etienne is going to be a huge push to them. When you look at this Georgia team, are they still big-time national contenders?
Is that the Trevor Etienne the same as the Etienne brother from Jacksonville?
Oh, yeah, he's a running back from Louisiana. That's right.
Yeah. So Georgia's never going to be out of the picture because obviously you have Kirby Smart, and the recruits will constantly come to Georgia. There was a mass exodus from Alabama when Nick Saban left. So it's more even, it's more spread out. Like I say, parity is the name of the day. But I do want people to realize that when they expand the playoffs, it just gives everybody more of a chance. It just gives everybody a possibility. And that's all anybody wants in the National Football League, in college, and basketball, and the UFL. You just want a chance.
Listen, if y'all are just tuning in to us, make y'all way to Small Sliders. We're enjoying it. It's a nice crowd out here. Y'all could come sit down and have lunch with us, talk sports. We have Saints later on. We got to talk about the Saints later on in this show. We are going to look into the draft into the second hour as well. But y'all come join us here at Small Sliders. And remember, you guys can text Big Fave, that's BIGFAV. Give y'all a second to get y'all phones together for our folks streaming. I know y'all at work. Hold on, baby, you're talking too fast. You can text Big Fave, that's BIG, and that number you're going to text it to is 94253. Big Fave, BIG, 94253. And look, y'all can make y'all way on over here to Small Sliders. We're going to have DJ Toon, DJ Platinum in the building checking us out. We're going to get on the ones and twos and have ourselves a party on this Friday. It's Friday, baby. It's time to turn up.
Baby. Friday.
French Quarter Festival, we got it all.
We got it all, baby. Y'all, and it's a beautiful weekend. Look, I checked the weather this morning, guys. Y'all listen to me over here at Small Sliders. Look, I checked that weather this morning. It is beautiful for the next 7 days. It is going to be absolutely gorgeous out. So make y'all way on down here first. Come to Small Sliders. Gotta fuel your body, baby. Come get you something to eat. Enjoy the sounds of DJ Tunes as we continue to talk here. But we're just talking about a couple of things to look forward to. As we wrap this segment up, guys, Joel, I'll come to you first.
Yeah.
When you look at this LSU team and the improvements that they made, I didn't see CBS mention them, so I'm gonna go ahead and mention them.
Need to mention them.
Yes, indeed. And we'll the whole crew will be at LSU spring game this Saturday. LSU plays themselves at 1 p.m. this Saturday at Tiger Stadium.
My greatest enemy.
It's free to the public, and you guys can definitely check us out there. But when we look at this LSU team, what's the area you're looking for them to improve in or continue to do exceptionally well in this 2024 season coming up?
I mean, obviously, I'm beating a dead horse by saying defense because we all know that that's where it needs to be. But I definitely am looking at two spots is obviously the quarterback position because now that Jaden Daniels is gone, we're going to have to see if he's able to step up, and also in the safety position. But what I'm really focusing on and what the CBS was talking about is what changes are we going to see with this new transfer portal happening in April 15th to the 30th. So how is LSU going to improve on with that?
Definitely. CL, LSU this year, 2024, baby. It's Kobe year.
Who are the running backs that's going to step up? Who are the wide receivers that's going to step up? Who are the DBs that's going to step up? We all have these questions that need to be answered. And it don't even have to be ASAP because I preached patience on yesterday's show. So, but these are the questions that we need to have answered. If I have to ask Coach Frank Wilson, if I have to ask Coach Bo, but we need to find out, Faye.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow at LSU spring game as we're going to make our way there tomorrow. 1 p.m. that game kicks off. LSU takes on each other. The classic spring game. Y'all don't go anywhere. We got one more segment in this hour. We about to warm that boy DJ Tune up right quick, man. Get them jams rolling in and out. And when we come back, we're going to talk my favorite area, the inside the trenches area of the D-line. We're going to look at some of those guys in this year's draft. This segment was brought to you guys by Small Sliders Marrero. You're listening to us right now, Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans. Hello, somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favor Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favor Wright. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favor Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
Well, hello, somebody. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches, beautiful people. Right here live at Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in beautiful Marrero, Louisiana. And it is beautiful out here today. It's about 70 degrees. I mean, I have these wonderful folks eating their small sliders in front of me right now. I cannot wait till we get off air. I am going to dive in. You guys be sure to do the same thing. Check us out over here at Small Sliders. And also, if you're having difficulty getting here, like the reason you're not here at Small Sliders enjoying this wonderful lunch with us is because it's transportation. Don't trip. My man Alberto got you covered. Montero Motors, that's 1512 North Causeway Boulevard in Metairie, Louisiana. Go to Alberto. They have really nice used cars, pre-owned vehicles. You guys can get a deal right now. As a matter of fact, my good buddy Frank, him and his dad went over there. His dad left with a nice pickup truck. He is excited. Keeping it clean, too. Be sure to check out Montero Motors at 1512 North Causeway Boulevard in Metairie. And then check this out, y'all. Here's another thing. I hope y'all got y'all phones out. We have our folks here at Small Sliders. In addition to that, if you guys are listening to us right now, I need y'all to take y'all phones out. Take them out now. You're going to text the word Big Fave. That's BIGFAV 50. No, I'm sorry, BIGFAV. Big Fave to 94253. BIGFAV to 94253. Y'all can hit your boy up. We've been talking a lot about quarterbacks on the show. We've been spending time, guys, talking about wide receivers, the skill positions. And part of that is because LSU has really three big-time players at the top of most draft experts' boards in Neighbors and Daniels and Brian Thomas Jr. But we sometimes forget about the interior linemen. And last time I checked with UCL, you did think that the Saints should, at mid-round, look at some really nice defensive tackles?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, obviously there's some other things that we need to address, like offensive line. But the D tackle position, I would like to get a stud next to Brian Breezy. But at the same time, I do have faith in the young men that we signed last offseason.
Yeah.
Joe, and I know you probably share the same thing. You played linebacker in high school, and you know how important it is, especially for guys here locally like DeMario Davis, Pete Warner, for the guys inside the trenches to hold point and handle business, huh?
Right, exactly. I mean, you are absolutely right. Like, as a linebacker, I definitely want an inside guy that's just going to blow up the line because it makes my job easier. And I also don't have a 300-pound guy coming at my face. So I'm definitely loving that. But the thing about it is that what we have to understand is that this is the facts, is that the NFL has gone to a offensive mindset. And so I don't really see us maybe like later on in the draft or maybe not even the draft at all, but I don't really necessarily see the Saints making a good decision going for a defensive lineman for some of these picks. If I was there, I'd be more focusing on offense.
Well, Joe, last Word Media Group, Last Word on Sports, did a top prospects in 2024's NFL Draft interior lineman. Now, of course, the podcast is called Inside the Trenches, so it's only natural for us to look at some guys. One guy I want to talk about is Michael Hall. Michael Hall running a 4.7 40 at 299. Joe, when you hit 299, 4.7, what's the first thing pop in your head?
A grizzly bear just coming. Just a bear coming for you.
Right.
Like running a 4.7 and weighing, like literally, let's just round up 300 pounds. That's
fair.
That's just crazy.
And we were just talking about Ohio State. That was a guy who played on their D-line. And see, when you think of an interior lineman that could produce that type of speed but have the strength, and you look at like past Saints defensive linemen, first guy I think about is when I hear 299 and fast like that is Sheldon Rankins, huh?
You took it out of my membrane.
Get out of my head.
Right. You took it out of my membrane, definitely. And when you think of a D tackle, which is usually the biggest guy on the defense, and he's running a 4.7, you realize you better not let him catch you on
No.
the angle.
Not at all.
Don't let him catch you on the angle. Don't let him throw the man in front of him out the way and just destroy your face, literally, like Joe said.
Just play dead.
Right.
Possum. But I do think with the Saints having 4 fifth-round picks, you can find a quality guy. Now, I want to take y'all, now CL, you of course, you're in the room. You're probably going to start the meeting off for us, but I want to take our folks out here listening to us into the war room, right? During the NFL draft, and the NFL draft is April 25th, we will have a draft party at Uptown Sports Social, so I do look forward to that.
Yeah.
We'll be at 3218 Magazine Street for that. But what I know what they're looking for, especially when you think you'll have some guys, LSU have some guys might drop to the 5th round, Mason Smith, Mekhi Wingo, he did have an injury. He could drop. He's a top defensive tackle.
Jefferson.
And Jordan Jefferson, to CL's point, who blew it away at the combine, particularly on the bench. But when you think qualities, good qualities for interior linemen, first thing you think is good technique along with the hand placement. Now, when folks say technique, I know, Joe, just naturally in our head, most people probably think karate moves, like what's the technique?
Mr. Miyagi.
Very similar, though, right?
Very.
Very, very similar. Hand placement. Now, for a defensive lineman, you want to win inside hands on the offensive lineman. Another thing, and it all goes hand to hand, no pun intended, the actual hand placement. Hand placement changes between run and pass. Pass, you could be more of a sprinter and then work the quick hands for a swim move or something of that nature. I know our folks watching us here on New Orleans Talk Network, YouTube is probably laughing at the look. CL, I see you, CL. I see you. Right? That's a quality, no doubt. And then there's the speed, strength, quickness, flexibility, and craftiness. Now, the craftiness comes in the older you get. Like a guy like Cam Jordan is very crafty. He's been in the game a while. He knows what works. He studied it. He knows.
Yeah.
Speaking of study, the last thing, and I'd love to hear from my co-host here as well on these qualities. Joel, you played linebacker, CL at the Oliver Perry. You had your year on defense. But the high football IQ, pass rush to run stop. Those are the things, when they go into those war rooms and they start watching film, breaking down the games. Say, for instance, we're looking at a Mason Smith game. I know they're going to, the first thing those scouts do, y'all, is they pop in the worst games. Now, CL, when you think of those qualities I mentioned throughout all your games of going and traveling with the Saints, and you've checked out a lot of top talent here in Louisiana, what's your thought process on that in the war room?
Well, when I'm sitting in that war room, all I could think about is speed to power or power to speed. So what that means to the average fan, that means is he's using his strength, and then he gets rid of the guy, and then he turns on the speed. Or he uses his speed, and then he runs into an obstacle, and then he uses his strength to get there. So that's always the thing that jumps out on camera for me, speed to power, power to speed.
No doubt. And, Joe, when you start thinking about, and y'all won tons of championships at John Curtis, and it's a system play there. You play linebacker.
Yeah.
When you start looking at the qualities for interior linemen, and guys, we're talking about this because the Saints are legit sitting on 4 fifth-round picks, and I know with those 4 picks, you can move up with 2 of them to get a good guy because you're going to have – it's going to be loaded with good interior guys, and like CL said earlier, Brian Bruzy having somebody to compliment him younger. But, Joe, just talk to us about your thought process with finding that quality guy.
I mean, when it comes to defensive tackle, what you're looking for is not only one, you're looking for strength, but you're looking for speed. And the most important thing, and this is why John Curtis really does win a lot of championships, is the knowledge of the other team. I mean, going throughout practice every week, we had film on everything that you did. Like, we broke you down. And then, so as a linebacker, we knew what the wide receivers, the quarterbacks, and what kind of stuff that as an offensive lineman was a tell. So, like, if there was going to be a certain play, we saw that offensive lineman would do certain things, or the quarterback would do a certain thing. So a defensive tackle who is like a bookworm, who is studying in there, getting on film, and knowing his team when he goes in there, that's the kind of person, that's the third most important thing.
I love it, y'all. I enjoy seeing these positions broken down, figuring out what works and what doesn't work. If y'all just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, live here at Small Sliders, we're talking about interior linemen, some of the top guys. What are some qualities in those players as well? You look at a guy like Gabe Hall. He's another player in this year's draft. He's very lengthy, 6'6", interior lineman. So you can look at one of those teams that, you know, may go after that type of guy, a guy that is somewhere around 6'6", and putting him in a 3-4 type situation. But we having fun here in hour one. As we're getting ready to enjoy some of the Small Sliders here after the show, our co-hosts Chris and Joe, I hear their stomachs growling over here.
Oh yeah.
So it's almost time to get it in. You too, you do the same. It's lunchtime. Y'all come have lunch with us here at Small Sliders. When we come back, we're going to look at some of the free agency deals that happen locally here in New Orleans. We're going to talk about the Saints a couple of segments here today. It's Football Friday, baby. That's what we do. And then we're also going to talk with Lil Frank from Big Frank, Lil Frank. They performing at the French Quarter Fest. But y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be back next hour here on Inside the Trenches. ESPN New Orleans, baby. 100.3 FM.
Shaped like an hourglass, conversation heavy, loud and clear. The vibe is right, dancing through the night. Catch a flight in the AM. Girl, what is you saying? Like, where is you staying? We can go all night, and don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, 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 love. Oh, love. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, 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 love. Oh, love. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, love.
I'm vanilla, baby. But I ain't no baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no. Then you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy. I know you can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. I'm vanilla, baby. But I ain't no baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is hop in her, throw up the and I can put you in. I can put you in. up the, and I can put you in. I can see the whole city from this balcony. Back in 2019, I was outside freely, but now they got it out for me. I don't care what frat you was in, you can't out for me. Keep dreaming. Pineapple juice, I give a sweet semen. I know what they like, so I just keep cheesing. Hard drive full of heat seeking. Trying to come the same day as Jack rethinking. You don't need Givenchy, you need Jesus. Why do y'all sleep on me? I need reasons. I got plex in the mail peak season. Shout out to my UPS workers, making sure I receive it. You can do it too, believe it. I've been throw up the, and I can put you in. I can put you in.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. They say you a superstar now. I guess I am. You might be the man, well, that's unless I am. Okay, I'll confess I am. Go ahead and get undressed, I am. Okay, cool, you on Sunset? I'm about to slide, okay. I'm outside, okay. This lifestyle don't got many downsides. Except for the lack of time I get around my family. Making sure they never downsize. I got visions of my mom saying, wait, this house mine. Can't lie, I'm on Angus Cloud 9. I got him on the bandwagon now, about time. I ain't even got no downtime. Every time I speak, she say, yeah, that sounds fine. I've been throw up the, and I can put you in. I can put you in. I've been throw up the,
And that's right. And we back. I see DJ Toon. Let's let that thing breathe a little bit. I see Toon go.
That's a beat right there, baby.
Oh yeah, it's inside the trenches, baby.
All day, every day.
Hour 2. Live here on New Orleans Talk Network. It's your host Marlon, Big Favorite Wright. Joining me right now, I got Joe Picolo, Godwyn Realty, also co-host here. And then we got the man Chris Lombard, CL Nola, baby, joining us right here in hour 2. And we're having ourselves a grand time out here at Small Sliders in Marrero. Y'all be sure to make y'all way on through. In addition to that, I need y'all guys and girls who are out there looking for somewhere to stay, whether you want a house, whether you want to rent, whether you want to buy, whether you want to lease, whether you want to sell. You might have some properties you want to sell. Well, today is y'all's lucky day because I'm right next to the man with the plan, Godwyn Realty. That's Godwyn Realty. And they are located at 1943 Sophie Wright Place right here in New Orleans, baby. Joe, what's happening? What's going on in the streets? What's popping with the properties? Talk to us, baby.
Man, some crazy stuff going on in the real estate industry. I mean, more and more inventory coming on the market, but the biggest thing is that we had a really high CPI report, or what they call the Consumer Price Index report. And what that means is that interest rates are starting to go back up. And so if y'all are thinking about buying, y'all better jump on it right now, because I'm definitely predicting that the interest rates are going to continue to go up. So this is definitely the time.
So with the interest rates going up, right now is the time to buy. What are some other effects to that? You know, somebody right now might be listening and saying, okay, I want to buy. What are some other features that they have to look into? Of course, the obvious one we see a lot is it in a flood zone? Is it in a non-flood zone? Talk to our listeners about that.
Yeah, so the two biggest things that you have to make sure that you are doing before you put in any offer or when you're looking at a property is, number one, how much is the insurance? Number two, is it in a flood zone? Because that also affects it. And number three is that what kind of repairs that are going to need to be done to the house, if any.
Y'all be sure to hit Joel up. Remember, if you need more information, that's Joel at GodwynRealty.com. You can hit him up. Y'all can DM the show. Joe is on here at least 2 times a week.
Yep.
Joining us here, and he gets it rolling. I was talking with Abby Olajuwon, and that last name is familiar. That's Akeem Olajuwon's daughter. I was talking to her, Joe. She gave me a testimony about you. She said she was looking for
Abby.
a property, and within 2 hours, you found that property for her and got the ball rolling.
Yeah. Abby, we ended up meeting on social media. She hit me up, and I messaged her back. And then she was actually, Joel, you're the only realtor. She was like, I was surprised how fast you messaged me back. But that's how it is, everybody, is that when you're out there, there's so many realtors out there that so you have to make sure that you're going above and beyond for your people. And I love Abby to death. We still text all the time.
That is cool. So we're trying to figure out who the Chicago Bears love, right? That's what we're trying to find out. Are they in love with the Caleb Williams story? Are they in love with Jaden and don't want to tell anybody? What is the deal with the Chicago Bears? So CL, Chicago NBC Sports dropped their latest mock draft. And in their latest mock draft, they said the Bears select Caleb Williams. We're tired of hearing that, right?
Yeah.
And then they trade back 9 twice for a later mock draft. So they have one scenario where they do a trade back with the Eagles, and the Eagles end up getting Jared Verse, defensive end from Florida State. See, I don't look like he agree with that. Your thought process on this write-up?
There's a lot of smoke screens going on in the National Football League around draft time. It's just the order of the day. It's just as we get closer and closer to the draft, you're going to hear these anonymous quotes, and you're going to hear this. You're going to hear all kind of things coming out. They're going to trade out of first. It's all a smoke screen because they don't want you to really know what they're doing. They don't want to be that vanilla. They want to give some type of mystery to it. Because in previous drafts, say the Reggie Bush year, the Texans just let everybody know that they were going to draft Mario Williams, the first pick. So they're leaving a little mystery into it. I don't mind. It gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to collab on. But the trading out of 9th and moving back is truly possible because let's be honest, the Bears need bodies.
They do, and they need it from the fountain of youth. They have been a bit active here in the offseason by bringing in, they already had DJ Moore, bringing in Keenan Allen, bringing in Swift from the Philadelphia Eagles. They have been making those proper moves. Joe, when you still, and I know you've been talking Saints a lot lately, you like the idea of the Saints drafting the quarterback in the first round. First round, right? Joe, Joe used to say
first
that.
round.
He gonna die on that hill. I love him
but
for
Chicago
it, though.
here, do you think with their first round pick, they're gonna pick a quarterback? Are you still thinking Caleb Williams, or are you thinking they might surprise us with something crazy like Drake May or something?
I mean, at this point, they're either going with Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels. I mean, if they don't, then whoever the GM is probably going to get fired at this point. It's just it's a foregone conclusion. The people are going to have to make that choice just simply off of pressure from outside sources.
Now, the next couple of segments here, we're going to talk a little bit about the Saints. We're going to break things down. We're going to have Frank come through and sit down and talk with us about the French Quarter Fest. Big Frank and Little Frank will be performing. We're going to get into their show. But CL, the Saints have been active already this weekend.
Yes, sir.
From what I'm hearing from you.
Yes, sir.
Talk to our listeners about some of the free agent deals and the signings that they had so far this weekend.
Well, I know all you guys are familiar with the Willie Clay, bringing in the Willie Clay to compete at linebacker, but the Saints have now brought in Equininius St. Brown.
That's a word right there.
Oh, yeah, I've been working on it, baby. Amron St. Brown's brother. I keep saying Prep. He played for the Bears as well as the Green Bay Packers. I'm sorry, letting it breathe a little bit. So here's your 6'5", 212-pound receiver that you needed to be your possession receiver. to kind of take some of the pressure off of A.T. Perry and not necessarily needing him to be the new Mike Thomas. But I think if you know anything about the St. Browns, they're ready for prime time, and I'm very pleased with this pick.
Yeah, they're military brats. They're kids of military personnel. That explains their athleticism. And I like what you say about the Willie Gay signing earlier. I thought them making that move on defense let me know further that they meant business.
Yeah.
And also, you got to have insurance if the offense doesn't start picking up right away, because I do think with new offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak, they're going to be okay. But, guys, the Saints are doing what they have to do in regard to building this team with guys that are young enough, Joel. They're young enough, but at the same time, they're old enough in regards to years in the league.
Right.
If you've been in the league at least 3 years, you know how to do your off-season training. You survived 3 summers. So you understand those different things from that perspective. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Drew Brees' impact to the New Orleans Saints, not just in the community and on the field, but also what he's done to help the players around him. So we'll talk a bit about him and explain his whole situation. But guys, I want to come back to you with one more thing. When you think about what has happened this weekend, you're bringing a wide receiver that has some experience and some pedigree in the NFL. A couple weeks ago, they bring in Willie Gay. Does this change your trajectory to the draft now more than ever?
No, it really doesn't, because our dire need is at offensive tackle. I believe that we're just filling in spots that we needed. We needed to replace Michael Thomas. We needed a guy that would be able to step in, get more speed at linebacker, just in case either one of our starting linebackers going down. So I think they're just filling in holes. The draft will be obviously the young guys that will go on towards the future.
We want to thank Godwyn Realty for sponsoring this segment. Shouts out to my man Joe at GodwynRealty.com. Hit him up. You could call them at 504-826-8426. Again, that number is 504-826-8426. It's Inside the Trenches. Don't go nowhere, baby. What does small sliders and Drew Brees have in common? Well, let's talk about it when we get back here at Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, baby.
Come on, let's get it. Big dog, big as a gorilla. West Bank, man, I grew up by that villa. You eat the ball or you basic all racist. Big fade, man, I made it in them trenches like big dog, big as a gorilla. West Bank, man, I grew up by that villa. You eat the ball or you basic all racist. Big fade, man, I made it in them trenches. It was either ball or A-school, go hard or break rules. West side of town, it was hard to make moves. Hustle from 5:30 morning to late noon. Business by day, at night you turn goon. Ride around and getting it, up and down them switches. 4 down in inches, man, you gotta get this lick in. 3 kings on honor roll, plus you gotta pay tuition. Nobody crying, dog, ain't handing out no tissues like big dog, big as a gorilla. West Bank, man, I grew up by that villa. You eat the ball or you basic all racist. Big fade, man, I made it in them trenches. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Fave Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Fave Favorite. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, You have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
He has the heart of a champion.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit Montero Motors.
It's your turn to grab it, now make this whole thing yours. Work it out.
Hey, said our hustler's work is never through. We making it cause we making moves. The only thing we know how to do. Said it's the only thing we know how to do. Work hard, play hard.
Oh yeah, baby, we too turned over here. I see a DJ Tune. Yeah. It's Inside the Trenches. It's your host Marlon Big Favorite, and we jamming out here at Small Sliders. Well, that's right. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, indeed. We're having ourselves a grand time out here at Small Sliders. Y'all come have lunch with us, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, right here in beautiful Marrero, Louisiana. I'm telling y'all, it is gorgeous out here today. This is one of the days we've been waiting for right now. What a time to be alive as we are having ourselves a good time. Now, if y'all need suggestions, it would be a good idea to get you 2 biggies, right? Put bacon on them things. Get you some fries. Get them the Smalls way. And let them know that Big Fav said hook it up like that. And they will definitely know. So that is something. Now, before we went to break, we did tease. What does Saints Hall of Fame quarterback Drew Brees have to do with Small Sliders? Well, a short answer to that is he's an owner. But to tell you about the owner, yes, Drew Brees is one of the founders of Small Sliders. Him and my good friend Brandon Landry of Walk-Ons came up with this idea. Now, another close personal friend of mine is my buddy here at Small Sliders in Marrero, Rick Robars, who is also a franchisee here at Small Sliders, and we appreciate him for having us here at Inside the Trenches. So while we're talking about Drew Brees, a guy who has impacted our community in a positive way, of course, all of you guys are aware of Hurricane Katrina and how it devastated New Orleans. Well, the next year, rest in peace, Tom Benson, he brought in a crew that has changed the fabric of New Orleans Saints history to this date. Sean Payton, Mickey Loomis, and Drew Brees. Drew Brees as a player has broken so many different records. Statistically, coming into the league in 2001 to San Diego, he spent from 2001, 2001, you know, back when Cash Money had just finished taking over for the 99 in the 2000, to 2005. CL, when you talk about when Drew Brees first came in, that first year here in New Orleans, talk about the impact to the city.
Well, if you think about it, Drew had to decide to come to New Orleans.
Yep.
Knowing what just had happened with Hurricane Katrina and the possible relocation of the New Orleans Saints, the Saints playing in San Antonio and LSU Stadium, you know, he didn't just walk into a pretty situation. You know, it took a guy of high character to say that he wanted to be a part of the rebuild, the renew of New Orleans. And I will always be indebted to Drew Brees for stepping up and doing something like that, brother.
Joe, when you talk about the impact of Drew Brees as a player, coming in here in 2006 and then just 3 years later, helping us get our first Super Bowl championship. Right. You were in, I want to say, in high school at the time. Talk to us about those memories of Drew Brees and the Saints during that time frame.
Oh, I mean, I remember like it was yesterday. Like, I remember I was a valet driver on Gravier Street for the Hilton Garden. And I remember when we were watching the game, I was working at the time. And when we ended up making that interception and everything and running in for a touchdown, dude, we were all freaking out. My boss, like, straight up just shut everything down. He's like, we're not parking cars. Like, we're going. Right. And for all of y'all who don't know where I'm talking about is on Gravier Street. It's literally like a block or two away from Bourbon Street. And so we all went to Bourbon Street. Everybody was going crazy. My boss had his camcorder. And that just shows you, everybody. He had his camcorder like that time. But anyway, yeah.
That was throwback now that I sit here and think about it. When we won the Super Bowl in 2009, I think about how technology was a bit different. Like, you had Facebook, you had MySpace, but Instagram, I don't think came around yet.
No.
Nope.
Twitter was around. Twitter was around then. You didn't have Snapchat. You didn't have TikTok. The iPhone was fairly different. People were still rocking iPods.
MySpace was still a thing at that time.
Sure.
Yes, it was. Damn, that's crazy. Because this was all, like, I mean, we won the game. We were down there. When we won the game in Miami, it was 2010, February 2010. Yes. And, you know, the market crash. It was all kind of crazy stuff. Yeah. Record holding Drew Brees. Drew Brees holds the passing record, the touchdown record. Him and Tom Brady have been neck to neck. If y'all are just tuning into Inside the Trenches, we're chilling here at Small Sliders, enjoying ourselves on this beautiful Friday. Y'all be sure to come join us for lunch. We'll be here every Friday at lunchtime. I think a good time for y'all to come around 11:30, 12, right where we warming that thing up. And y'all also could check us out on the stream, New Orleans Talk Network. You guys could go there on YouTube, check us out, check out all our episodes. If you miss everything or anything, we will for sure get y'all going. But we're just talking about some of the classic times with Drew Brees. The reason we brought Drew Brees up, Drew Brees is one of the founders of Small Sliders. Small Sliders, him and Brandon Landry have founded Small Sliders, and right now we're at Small Sliders 6. So, and we're coming up on our reunion here. My man Rick Robars, we're getting ready. He's the owner here at the Small Sliders 6 here in Marrero. We're getting ready to do our 1-year reunion. CL, bro, it has been 1 year, coming up on 1 year since Rick cut the ribbon over here and they opened the lines at Small Sliders, brother. We had fun here this fall, too, this football season.
Definitely.
Talk to our folks about how fun it was during the football season here every Friday.
Well, you know, when they were pitching it to me, I couldn't picture it. I hadn't passed down Barataria in a minute, and I just couldn't picture it. And he was like, yeah, baby, we're going to be outside, and the people going to be seeing us, and you know, we're going to have a good time, and, you know, people going to pull up. And I was like, okay. You know, but a year later, unbelievable. We have been blessed with the best weather We have been blessed with, minimum noise from the road. We have been blessed with great customers and interaction throughout the time. We've been blessed with great guys working the background. We've been just blessed with great guests that would show up here. The other day we showed the Mac interview, and it just reminded me of how much fun that was, sitting out here, people blowing the horn, recognizing him, recognizing us, I'm so glad I signed on, and shouts out to Rick because this has been a total.
Yeah.
And in my Joel voice, 100%. It's been a success.
That's a T-shirt now.
That's a dope T-shirt.
That's a T-shirt.
Big results or no accident.
Exactly.
Definitely, and I share the same feeling. Shouts out to Rick, man, for our time here as we continue to grow this thing. It's certainly been and still being a great time being here at Small Sliders during our lives. We're talking about Drew Brees, Small Sliders founder, had one heck of a career with the Saints. I want to take a look at, we talked about everything in 2009. Like, that was one heck of a season. But I want to look at some other seasons as well, and I'll ask my co-host to do the same thing. When you look at some of Drew Brees' greatest seasons as a Saint, I would say 2009. I would then say 2011. And later on, I would then say that 2018 season, he was on fire. CL, your favorite years for Drew Brees?
Wow. Well, I've actually met Drew, but my favorite season with Drew Brees, I mean, how could it not be the Super Bowl, right? I can remember, ironically, we were in Miami, and we were down, I want to say 20 points, and at halftime, and we came back in that game, and it almost sparked, like, okay, we can do anything. We can overcome anything, ironically, going to the Super Bowl that year in Miami. But the one thing I do always recognize about Drew and always was dear to me, how much he mentally played the game. He mentally went through the game before the game. He always knew where he was going with the ball. He was always ready for the next play. And that's what I always remember about Drew. Nothing was too big. Nothing was out of hand. He was always ready for the next play.
Joe, when you look at Drew Brees, his career here at the Saints, and you start thinking about some of the good years he had, I know I mentioned 2009, 2011, and 2018. What are some of your memories of Drew Brees and some of his good seasons here with the New Orleans Saints?
I mean, you pretty much nailed some of the best years of his career, especially when he brought us home. And it wasn't just about what he did on the field, but it was what he did off the field. I mean, I remember whenever he won the Super Bowl, I was like, so when is he running for governor for the state of Louisiana? Like, when is this happening? Like, is this going to happen? I mean, it probably will in the future, like with how much business he's doing in the state of Louisiana. I mean, I only see the dude doing something like that, getting into politics or something.
Well, we do see one big-time business he's running, and it's here at Small Sliders. So y'all be sure to come to the location 6 right here. My man Rick Robars, we're going to be right here every Friday from 11 to 1, and be sure to check it out. Guys, when I think about Drew Brees and his play as a Saint, the pinpoint accuracy, I mean, being one of the NFL's most accurate quarterbacks all time has been a great deal. But we're going to keep this thing going here. Good day. We jamming in this segment with DJ Toon. You know what I'm talking about? Over here at Small Sliders. That's 1635 Barataria Boulevard right here in Marrero, Louisiana. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, baby. 100.3 FM. Hello.
Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. From LA to LA to yelling hello, fade. Big dog, small Mac with some mellow ways. In the 10th grade, I used to rock the Metro braids. Private school at the time, they wanted us with fades. Then me dog went to West
step. Marshmallow step, step, big with the pep step. You can call me Lucky Left, do it for my churn, I do it for my neff. Do it for the hood when I march clear step. Hello, hello somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello, hello somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello, I gotta represent.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right, when you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit. I hear you, DJ Tune. Come on. Yeah, we hear you, DJ Tune. It's Inside the Trenches. We winning 4th and inches. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, we jamming. It's Inside the Trenches. We're here having ourselves a good time. DJ Tune dragging us in this segment. We had to do a little music beat because right now we're joined by one half of this duo called Big Frank, Lil Frank. But before we get into that, he's performing this weekend at the French Quarter Fest, and I know y'all want to be there. They're going to be there Sunday. We're going to get y'all all information in this segment. But CL, my question to you is, on a beautiful weekend like this, it makes absolutely no sense to go out there with a dirty car.
Not at all, baby. I can't see you doing it. I'm not going to do it. Big Frank, Lil Frank ain't going to do it. What you need to do is go to 1336 Stumpf Boulevard in Gretna, Louisiana. Crown Car Wash could take care of all your car washing needs 24 hours a day. You feel me?
You can't miss them. Y'all go over there. They're right next to Home Depot off of Stumpf. Big purple building. You can't miss them. Crown Car Wash. We want to thank them for this segment. Man, Frank, thank you for coming back on the show. Listen to me. This guy here is probably one of the most versatile artists I know. Last time he was on the show, we went through his Big Boy catalog. We shared stories about those times with Big Boy Records, but this time he's coming on as one half of the duo across the city of New Orleans that handle their business. That's Big Frank, Lil Frank. What's down, baby?
What's up with it, man? I'm glad to be back. You know,
right.
It's always a pleasure. You know, we're doing French Quarter Fest this weekend, man. It's going down. Need y'all to come check us out. It's going down 4:30 to 5:45. We're gonna be on the Tropical Isle stage. Yeah, man, come check us out. It's free to get out there, Waldenberg Park. Yo, come check us out.
Man, I love it, brother. It doesn't get any better than that. And when you look at, this isn't y'all first French Quarter Fest.
Nah. We've done French Quarter Fest about 4, maybe 5 years now. We've been sponsored by the people that owns the paddle boat, man.
I got you.
My mind's slipping right
No, I got you. No, the paddle
Creole
boat company.
Queen, them, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you're right,
people that
man.
own the Creole Queen, they sponsored us for about 5 years now, man. Shout out to them.
Big ups to them.
Can't wait to see them Sunday, man. We get to see them once a year, get to hang out with them. So, yeah, it's all up.
Well, you got CL right here with us, bro. He the GM. He know everybody. He getting it all covered for us.
Well, I
Speaking of
can't see him, Phil.
Oh,
You see
Yeah.
Come on,
What you
man.
saying,
What's up,
baby?
Phil? How you
Nice
doing,
to-
man?
nice
we
to
had
see
that,
you, brother.
We
Yeah.
had that wall
I
in
ain't
between us.
seen
you
you
know
all
what I'm
day.
saying? It's all
the
good.
Great Wall. Well, you know, I'm slimming up a little bit. Hopefully, I get a little slimmer that way. That belly was in the way a little bit. I'm just
It's
kidding.
all good.
But speaking of wall and covers and all of that stuff, Offbeat Magazine, one of the biggest magazines in the state of Louisiana. I'm looking through the deal. I'm going through the French Quarter stuff, and I'm like, hold on. Is that big Lil Frank right there on stage?
Yep, man. Big shout out to Offbeat Magazine, man.
Nice.
They did an article on us. I seen it yesterday. I think it was released today. I'm not sure. But I really need to get my hands on that magazine. And I heard that they're going to be out at French Quarter Fest giving them out free.
Come on.
Yeah, Big Frank, Lil Frank in there, New Orleans on, man. That'll definitely be a collector's item for y'all if y'all can get y'all hands on that Offbeat Magazine.
For sure.
I know I'm going to get me a copy.
Huge deal. Shouts out to Offbeat Magazine for showing off the local talent here, and they're going to continue to keep that thing going. But, man, let's jump into this show, brother.
Yeah.
Listen, they are a treat. Big Frank, Lil Frank comes out. They do a couple of original songs. They sing some songs y'all familiar with. What could our listeners expect this Sunday when you guys hit the stage at 4:30 p.m.?
Oh, man. Y'all know, if y'all seen Big Frank, Lil Frank, y'all know how we get down. It's pure energy from the time we get on the stage till we get off. We got a lot of new songs. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
We got a lot, maybe about 5 or 6 new songs that we didn't do last year. So y'all come check us out, man. It's going down.
Well, you know, brother, I'm old school.
Yeah.
Give me some of that old school flavor you gonna serve them with this Sunday, baby.
Hold on, wait.
There it is.
Me.
Come
I
on.
used to hang out every night, running around in the club. Yeah, I thought I had everything. I thought I never needed love. That's when God sent an angel straight down from up above. She came and swept me off my feet, showed me the meaning of true love. Now my friend, yeah, they ask me why I don't hang like I used to. Some even left and called me names like old man and party pooper, but I found me a good thing, and I don't care what they say. Tell them when I get time I might come through, but I can't come through to stay, can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. My girl, she waited. All right, that's enough.
Yeah, don't do. That's enough. That's enough. Yeah, baby. Don't give him too much.
Give them
Just a
too
little
much.
sample, man.
Just a little sample.
Don't give him too much, baby.
Now, that's just a taste of what y'all can expect this Sunday, so y'all make sure y'all make y'all way out there to the French Quarter Fest. Big Frank and them going to be at the Tropical Isle stage. You can't miss them.
Walden Park,
you're going to be in the building. See, I know you're going to be out there fresh. You going to be out there doing your thing, man?
Well, you know, as the GM/mayor of New Orleans, I gotta do my New Orleans royalty obligations. You know, baking cakes, drinking daggers, kissing
Man, one
baby.
thing that I won't do, CL, that I
Come on.
never get a chance to do, bro. I won't get out there and try some of that food, man. I
Man,
heard they be having all
I
kinds
got
of stuff
something
out
for
there.
you, baby.
I don't never make it to get the food
I
at
got
the end of the show.
I got something for you. Stop at Cafe Dauphine. You'll get the crab meat, shrimp, stuffed bell
That's what I'm
pepper.
talking about.
And it's right there in Walden Park. Right there,
That's the
baby.
type of stuff
For
I'm
you.
talking about, man. I ain't looking
Shouts
for
out to
no
that
hot
boy
dogs
Fred.
or no burgers. I'm looking for stuff like that.
That took a lot of soul and time to make right there, boy. That sound good.
I got one more for you.
Bell Pepper, come on, man. You got it rolling. Keep
I got
it going.
one more. Stop at Theodric's Clever Cuisine.
Okay.
You can get the green tea gumbo,
See?
redfish
Oh, man.
po' boy.
See?
Yeah,
See?
Brussels sprouts. You want to say
Green
gumbo?
tea gumbo.
We
No,
gonna have to link up. Fabe,
Yeah,
you gonna
baby,
be out there
come on.
too.
Oh, yeah,
like you ain't gonna be out there.
Oh, I'm gonna be out there representing. And look, our folks over here at Sliders, man, y'all go ahead and put our order in right now. These
Right.
boys over here talking
It's
about
time.
this food, boy.
yeah,
I'm
it is
hungry.
kind of hungry now.
I got
It's
my
time.
people over here sitting at the table eating their food, enjoying it from me. Got me even more hungry, baby. Hello, somebody.
That's
Thank
right.
y'all for hanging around. If y'all are just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we got the man, Lil Frank here, one half of Big Frank, Lil Frank. They'll be performing this weekend, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. right here at the Tropical
And
Isle.
our boy gonna be with us too, huh?
Oh, Moolah? I don't
No.
know, man. Who you talking about?
Flag boy.
Oh, Flatboy Gibbs. That's
Flag
right.
Boy
Shout out-
performing
coming up.
with
Flag-
us. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I think
was
he's
chilling
coming
'cause
up
you're working
after
for
us,
the
I
Mardi
think.
Gras.
Yeah, man. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be out there all
Walking
day. It's
with
going down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there,
Come
bro.
on.
Man, that's right. Y'all all on is. I think in that order, it's you, then the brass,
Brass and Hall.
and
Brass
then
and Hall.
flag.
Yeah, and then flag.
Oh, that's a lineup for you,
lineup
man.
gonna be nice.
That's a lineup for you.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
big time lineup. Y'all
And that's
definitely-
starting at 4:30.
On a Sunday.
on a Sunday. So it kicks off. You'll have the 21st Century Brass. You'll also have the Amiri St. John band.
Right.
You'll have Big Frank, Lil Frank, and the Dirty Old Men. Shouts out to the Dirty Old Men. you
That's
know.
right, man. The Dirty Old Men. Shout out to them boys. And look, they won't have no second line this week because Big Frank, Lil Frank at French Quarter.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's where you gotta be. In
I'll see y'all next Sunday.
And I done worked on the weather. The weather be just fine. Don't y'all worry, baby. Go enjoy yourself. Go ahead, put on your nice sundress and your nice shoes and come on out.
Man, I see Erica Falls gonna be out there.
Erica Falls, that's my sister. Yes.
She came on the show a couple of times. Flow Tribe came on the show. They're gonna be out there. Oh man, this is gonna. Y'all don't want to miss it, dog. Y'all have to be there. This is gonna be a great show. Frank, how long y'all gonna be on stage for?
We're going to be on stage for approximately an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh man,
That's a set right there, baby.
Yeah,
boy,
we
that
doing
is
it.
a set.
Yeah, 4:30 to 5:45.
You and Pops be rolling. Now check this out. It's a father and son duo. So it's not. See, me and Frank, we record music together too. But you know, we younger than Pops. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? We
right.
younger than our parents. But I'm telling you, Pops runs circles around us on that stage.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Hey, everything I learned about notes and music is from my dad. He really take it serious, bro, and that's one thing I respect about him. And he don't have no play when it come down to that music and the sound of it and how it come off to people. You know, a lot of people might get up there, you know, with their band and play some music and it's cool, you know, they rock or whatever. But he's the one that's sitting on the side saying, man, you know that wasn't in the right key. You know he sung that in the wrong note, right, son? So that's what I love about my dad, man. He's going to make sure that everything sounds great. Yep.
Definitely. Well, y'all be sure to check them out, man. CL. So you're gonna be out there. You going out there and on the bike, the motorbike, or you gonna pull up in the truck? What you doing, bro?
I don't know what I'm going to do, baby. It's such a beautiful day. I might pull out the trike and take a slow ride down, you know, to see everybody, show love to everybody, and make sure we hear everything we can hear. And it is bike friendly. There's places for guys and girls to lock up their bikes and enjoy the French Quarter Fest. I'm just ready to see that Lil Frank, Big Frank.
Y'all make y'all way there. I'm going to be there. Me and my wife supposed to be doing a little jogging, making our way over there that Sunday as well. Y'all do the same. Remember, Big Frank, Lil Frank performing 4:30 p.m. this Sunday at Walden Park on the Tropical Isle stage. An hour set. Y'all don't want to miss it. Y'all stick around. We're coming back right here on Inside the Trenches. We're going to talk a little Saints again. We're going to look at some mock drafts, some moves that they had made. And y'all enjoy the show. DJ Tune, take us away, baby. It's Inside the Trenches, ESPN New Orleans.
And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, love. When you pass that, sis looking right in those jeans. You're moving it fast, shaped like an hourglass. Conversation heavy, loud and clear. The vibe is right, dancing through the night. Catch a flight in the AM. Girl, what is you saying?
somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car, or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car, or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite. And just like that, baby, we live here on this Friday. A Small Sliders are representing 635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. We going hard. Enjoy your lunch. Get you some food and listen to the sounds of DJ Tune. You heard me.
Yes, sir.
We are representing here. I got my man CL Nola along with Joel. Y'all make sure y'all get at those guys on the social media at Joel in the Big Easy, at CL underscore Nola. I'm Big Fave 504 and at DJ Tune for the follow button. Just hit it. Man, y'all, we rolling here on this Friday, kicking the weekend off the right way. Beautiful weather, great topics. So since we feeling so good, let's talk about them Saints, baby. It's Who Dat Nation time.
Who that?
They're doing a good job I'm going to say a good job this free agency round, bringing in guys like Willie Gay, we mentioned earlier, bringing in some other key pieces defensively. We bringing a kicker, right? They're just doing all the little things. So what are they going to do with the draft? Right? I'll come to you first, Joel. I know where you're going with this.
You already know.
You better believe it.
You already know,
I want to
sir.
hear your first player, and if that changed any. But what are they going to do with 45? That's their second round pick.
For the second round, I can definitely see them going after like an offensive lineman at that point. Like if Michael Penix is still available for the first round, that's who I think that they should pick up for the first round and then go for an offensive lineman in the second round.
CL, you mentioned this a couple of segments before, but I want to see how you bring it back in again. You still are gun-ho on offensive tackle because if we look at this on paper, guys, that is still the top need. Offensive line is still the top need. Offensive tackle in particular, right?
Yeah.
When you look at 45, that second round pick, what player catches your attention?
Well, I didn't get to the GM position by being hard-headed. I hear my constituents, I hear my co-hosts wanting to do something a little bit different. So I've softened my heart on that situation, and I will take the number 45 pick in the second round, and I will actually trade back to pick up an extra third or fourth round pick. And with that being said, Joel, you can have your quarterback in the third and fourth round.
Okay, and I do believe, like offensive linemen, you'll have some good quality quarterbacks. We talked about Michael Pratt from Tulane, Joe Mixon, Travis Jordan. I always do that. I do the first name, last name thing. Jordan Travis from Florida State may be sitting somewhere sitting in those lines.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Sorry. We have also this brand news that the Saints have added another quarterback.
Yep.
Let's see here. They added Kellen Mond, who actually has connections to Kubiak. And played for Texas A&M. So pretty much at this point, I think that the Saints have been listening to our podcast, and they're like, we got to get Joel off of this quarterback thing. So, like, let's just go draft, and let's just go pick up another quarterback just so Joel will just drop it at this point. So at this thing, I think that the Saints are signaling that there's no way in heaven that they are going to they're going to go for a quarterback for the first round. I don't even think, even with Michael Penix being in there.
Kellen Mond isn't a terrible option. We watched him play in a number of games working with LSU Sports Radio. He's a guy that has the wheels. Kind of remind me of Colin Kaepernick a little bit in his play. Is it a good fit for him, CL? Do you like Kellen Mond in that quarterback room?
I do, and he gives me more of a Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah,
I do. I like the fact that he's familiar with Kubiak's system. See,
Yeah.
a lot of signings are not for starter implications. Sometimes signings are to get guys in the building that know the system, that can translate the system and the verbiage to other players that's new to it. I don't want any Saints fans to jump off the Waldorf Bridge, which there is no Waldorf Bridge. Jump into Mississippi from Waldorf because we've drafted another quarterback that they're not familiar with. People in the city need to realize that there are things that's called camp bodies. There are guys that's going to help us indirectly getting this new offensive system around the league to guys.
Kellen Mond is somebody that would sustain that roster before even Jake Hanger. I think Jake Hanger.
Yeah.
You look at Nate Peterman. Those two guys are in trouble now that Kellen Moore is in there because Kellen Moore has the arm.
Kellen Mond.
I said Kellen Moore. I meant to say Kellen
Yeah.
Mond. Kellen Moore is the, and I do that a lot here, right? Hello, somebody. Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator for the. Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator for the.
Okay. I'm making sure. I was like, did you just say it again?
The Los Angeles Chargers, but Kellen Mond, quarterback at Texas A&M, and I think he does fit in that quarterback room exceptionally well.
And what do we want, New Orleans? We want competition at every position. What do we want, New Orleans? We want guys that not feel like they can just, show up off of last year and be the starter for the new year. We want competition at every position.
Yeah.
We want guys that understand the system, the new system that's coming in, to be able to translate it to other guys. We want to be active. I get that, New Orleans, but it's about the right activity, not just activity.
So you know how you set that competition, CL? How do you set that competition? By bringing in legit people to compete against those people. And the thing is that you bringing in all these other people that clearly are not up to the stature of Derek Carr, and that says something right there.
Oh, Joe.
But if you bring in a Michael Penix for a draft one pick, you go to challenge him.
I'm with you, baby boy, but remember, we're in the Brock Purdy era. Let's not forget that we're in a Brock Purdy era. I think everybody deserves a chance to with the first offensive line and the first specialist.
So are we still in the Brock Purdy era to where Brock Purdy looks like Brock Purdy next year without Clint Kubiak? Will it still be the Brock Purdy era?
Great question.
Because my thing is, we saw a system working in place when we had brought him in there.
Yeah.
Right? When we brought in Kellen Moore, we needed to bring something systematically that worked. That's why I think this may be Dennis Allen's saving grace, bringing in Clint Kubiak. If y'all just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we're talking about the New Orleans Saints. We're still pre-draft here. We're still waiting for the draft as it gets closer here. And in New Orleans, people are excited to understand what's going to happen. Who are we going to draft with that first pick? Are we going to go what we need, the top need offensive line, or will we play a little bit of chess in the draft? We don't know. All right, we talked about quarterbacks here. Boy, we got some throwers we looking for. I want to go to a room that we don't pay attention to enough. You have the defensive backs, right?
Yep.
But you also have separate rooms with the defensive backs. So the cornerbacks will go to a room, and then you'll have your safeties. I want to pay attention to that safety room. I do think that Tyrann Mathieu is playing at an ultimate high, especially at his age. He's been in the league now double digits, but he's still reaching his average. CL, when you look at that room, you think they might, number 2, 45, that pick, you think they might go safety?
No.
All right.
There's a young man in New Orleans named Jordan Howard. We drafted him last year from Minnesota. He plugged in When Tyrann Matthews went down, he played strong. When Mays went down, he played free, seamlessly. This young man is ready for prime time. He's good. And don't forget, we also re-signed Jonathan Abram and Amari Zero last year. So I think we're straight at the safety position. But this is a name for you to know, New Orleans. Jordan Howen from Minnesota.
All right, I'm glad.
Number 31. Sorry, guys.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm talking about depth on this team, right? And they do have those pair of fifth-round picks. Well, 4 of them, not a pair. 2 pairs.
2 pairs.
Okay. Look at this depth chart. I'm pulling up the depth chart here. We can draft a center. They could potentially look at a top center in this draft. You can find somewhere. I like the idea that you say take those second-round picks.
Yep.
And
move back.
The second round at 1 pick, and move back and get some picks.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm paying attention to that on one end. On the second end, that's an area of need. I'm looking at the wide receiver room, Joel.
Yeah.
As another potential that you could add more depth to your left wide receiver. The only reason I was entertaining possibly drafting a guy, let's take 45 and move it back a little bit. Only reason I was entertaining that because you could use more depth because the Saints do go multiple looks on defense and bringing in a tickelback. Your thoughts with that, Joe? Do you feel like this is a situation where the Saints might want to look at safety, or is it another position of need that they can utilize in the mid part of the draft?
I definitely see that the Saints are going to probably use at least 1, maybe even 2 of their 5th-round picks for defense. Like I just see it. I think that for the first 2 picks or first couple of picks, they're going to go for offense. Like really shore it down, really give hopefully competition to Derek Carr, but maybe even give Derek Carr the weapons he needs to really shore up everything. And another thing we need to focus on too is free agency, y'all. Like don't forget, like somebody to think about is Mekhi Becton from the Jets. So he was the tackle for the Jets, and he worked with John Benton when John Benton was over there with the Jets. So that's somebody to think about that we could pick up as an offensive tackle.
It's so much to look forward to with this draft. I can't wait. Y'all remember, we're going to be at Uptown Sports Social. That is 3218 Magazine Street in I'm about to say Metairie, New Orleans, Louisiana, on Magazine Street. Y'all make sure y'all make y'all way there. And remember, we'll be there this weekend. This Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to be there this weekend, too, because the fights and all that going to be on. But we're going to be there for the night, Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. Boy, we had a great show today. We want to thank all our sponsors, Small Sliders, for having us out here doing the live.
Definitely.
Y'all don't go anywhere. Me and DJ Tune, we're going to get on the 1s and 2s. I'm going to rock this thing out for the weekend. I want to thank Montero Motors. We want to thank Godwyn Realty for what they do for the show as well. Crown Car Wash keeping us clean this weekend. Conquer Sports, everybody involved, Uptown Sports Social. And then also I want to thank Small Sliders for having us. What you talking about there, CL?
I just want to shout out that boy Steak Man for coming through and showing love. We appreciate everything, baby.
Shouts out to Steak, baby. We'll be back here shortly, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Y'all check us out. It's Inside the Trenches, baby, on ESPN New Orleans. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Marlon, Big Faith. Y'all are checking me out right now on ESPN New Orleans. Y'all can check us out every week, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8.
What's going on, y'all? This is Joel, Inside the Trenches. You can check us out every day on ESPN from 6 to 8.
What's up, baby? This is Chris Lombard for Inside the Trenches. Check us out Monday through Friday on ESPN 100.3 FM.
Come knocking your way, just remember to say hello somebody. Yeah, she about to work that body. But when you shake candy legs, told her go Kanye crazy. Oh yeah, hello somebody.
Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello. Get from that 504 to Atlanta. Get from that 504 to New York. Get from that 504 to Chicago. Get from that 504 to LA. Now West Bank, baby, boy, that West Bank quality. That West Bank, baby, boy, that West Bank quality.
Stop, check him out, now pause.
looking for? I can see it in your shake. How much can you take? Hello, somebody, yo, this is Patty. I'll be up early in the morning trying to pump the body. Call me, baby, for the price, even baby got it. You better know what heavy wine, they got you girl excited.
Thank you, far too kind.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of